Hey everybody, I got another great build. This is a boot dryer or a shoe dryer, glove and hat dryer. So in the winter time, if you ever get your shoes wet, what you can do is you can just set it on here like so. And the small one right here is for your gloves. Put it on there and come in a little closer. As you can see, it has little holes in here drilled to let more ventilation and a big opening at the top. And on the inside, I'm just going to show you how it is. That's the fan right there. It's a heater fan, so I recommend you use the safety instructions and read and pay attention to the heating settings. And it says wait 24 hours for this to cure. So when it's fully 24 hours, or tomorrow rather, I'm just going to cut this extra glue off. And this is how it is. Big setting all the way around. It's a nice size box. There we go. And I made an extra hangover, so when I lift it up, it's very easy to do. If I need to clean the inside, which I highly doubt it. Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to build it. Alright, hey everybody. So this is the dryer that I'm going to be using. This is like a heater. And I have a 2x2 piece of plywood. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use about 11.5 inches. That will give me excellent clearance for this, to make the box for it to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it at 11.5 and then cut it on a table saw. So now I have my pieces cut, and this is going to go into a box like this. All the way around, it's going to be a box. So the best way to do this, I'm going to show you how I make my measurements. Because we're going to need it inside from this corner right here, and we're going to need it to the other end. As you can see, what I did was I put this directly against the fence like so. And so that will give me my measurement for the inside. So I'm going to take this cut on each side of the board. Alright, next thing you want to do is you want to trace the outline of the fan onto the plywood. And what I did was I took the center right here. In order to find the center, I took a straight edge, which was my level, and I went from this corner to that corner to make my mark. And I went from that corner, this corner over here, to this corner and made my mark. And I found my center. So then I put the fan down and traced the outline. So now I'm going to use my jigsaw to cut out the hole. Before you use your jigsaw, of course you're going to have to use a drill to drill a hole first. Then use your jigsaw and go on the outline. Okay, now finished. Nice snug. Well, it's not a real good snug fit. And I have foam over that I'm going to put in the seams. I don't want it too snug that I can't easily pull this out, because if I want to use this fan for just a regular fan, I can use it and put this boot dryer away. Alright. Alright, now it's time to make pocket holes on the boards, and so we can assemble everything together. So let me turn my wet vac on. Alright, so I made the pocket holes. I will go almost every 6 inches, and I'm going to do that on all the boards, and we start an assembler. Alright, I have my clamps on here, my Craig corner clamp. clamps it all the way down at the bottom. And I got my face clamp to clamp it down to the table so I could have more support. And I already drilled these in with a bead of glue. And I do my last one. So basically now all I have to do now is do all the sides and wipe off the excess glue. And the glue is going to act like a sealer for when the air comes through. Alright, so now I finish drilling all the pocket hole screws in and made the complete box. So now all I have to do is work on the top, which we already have made. That's going to go just like that. And now all I have to do is drill the holes with a Forstner bit. We're going to get started on it now. Before we drill the holes on the top, I have right here is the PVC pipe that is going to be the the air is going to go through. So I'm going to cut these at 10 inches each. I'm going to need about 10 pieces. So, but what I did though, I spray painted it white to give it a nice appearance. Okay, now that I have that top on, now I'm going to place the other top. So now it goes right here. I'm going to make this flush. And that way I have a little lip on the edge right here. So when I go to lift this up, I can lift it up like this if I have a need to change it out. Now I'm going to show you how to put these pieces on in a minute. Alright, I came in about 2 inches from the edge. And then I start placing them roughly 4 inches on center apart from each other. And the two little ones that had pieces I had left over, I would guess these would be for like gloves or hats. So they're 4 inches apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack this part onto the bottom part, and then I'm going to start drilling the Forstner, using a Forstner bit to make the holes. Alright, so now I'm going to tack this down away from the marks. These marks right here, that's where I'm going to put the pipes, PVC. So now I'm just going to tack these down and keep going around, and I'm going to start the Forstner bit. Alright everybody, I'm going about this deep with the Forstner bit, and then I'm going to flip the board over, and then I'm going to use an 1.25 inch spade bit. So that way when you sit this down in here, it will sit and it will just stop, and it will have a nice resting place for when you glue everything, and it won't wobble back and forth. Alright, so now that I'm finished with this, I'll show you how to glue the PVC pipe on there. Okay, I added an addition to this, and what I did was I just added a layer, so I'm going to sand all this up. Hey guys, I made a mistake actually, because before I put the PVC pipe in, I'm just going to apply a stain on this real quick, so that way it'd be easier to go around the PVC pipe, so I won't have to go like that. I'll just stain this real quick, let it dry for about a day, and then I'll show you how to put the PVC pipe in. Okay, now I'm ready to install the PVC pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back end right here, just so the glue won't come through on the other side. Alright everybody, here's my theory on how I'm going to make the PVC pipe stay inside the wood. So I made a little mark, so from the mark right here on down, I'm going to fill it with Gorilla Glue. This Gorilla Glue expands, they say, 3 times the width, so it'll make it an airtight fit. So when I put the Gorilla Glue in there, I'm going to set it right here in there. I'm I'm going to go around the edges, and as you see, the PVC pipe is leaning. So my solution for that is I'm going to jam these toothpicks in here, one on this side and one on that side, and that will make this stand perfectly tall, nice and snug. And when it's time for me to remove them, these are pretty frail. All I got to do is just break it off. So the toothpaste is going to act like a shim. So, but I will of course let it set overnight for 24 hours, and it will be a nice hard fit, and it won't go anywhere.